mentioning about you giving sohbat about the Quran. Also during today, you also mentioned about reading the Quran and how people have cut the connection with the Quran from God or through him, the one sent. But we see that when you go to the masjids, there are a lot of people, although they have no respect for the suhuf itself, they read it, whatever they're looking for it when they're reading it, and still afterwards, I don't know if they find it or not, but they still put it on the ground afterwards. So if they don't respect even the word of Allah,
Right.
what are they looking for it when they're reading?
Number one, they don't think it is disrespect. They've been brainwashed to think that it's okay. That's wrong. I'm not giving them any excuse. It's not that willfully they're putting it there. Shaitan is making it to be intentionally, purposely, that they're disrespecting. But people, when they put it on the ground, they don't mean that as a disrespect. Because, like I said, they're brainwashed to think it is normal, it is okay. In no Muslim society is it normal to put any book on the ground. Even if the book is just containing dunya matters, because it is ilm, and every ilm is coming from Allah. You cannot put it on the ground. This is something you have to remember. You're coming here in America, they don't care, put it on the ground, flush in the toilet, put it everywhere they're doing it. We cannot do that. We are Muslims, you understand? You don't put any book that has knowledge on the ground. You definitely don't cross over it, even if it's a book, because it's disrespectful. You have children, don't give them, teach them the bad manners like this. Teach them the good manners nicely, properly when they are young, so that it becomes part of their meat and their bones. Don't try to teach them manners when they become a teenager. That's the worst time you're going to teach anything to anyone, manners especially when they are a teenager. The ego is becoming strong, their body is becoming strong to support the ego for the first time. They are spreading their wings. You understand? So you don't. But we lost all of that. It used to be once upon a time also. It was good. Once upon a time also. You don't even take a pen, okay, and to disrespect the pen. Because Allah is also swearing by the pen. But we lost that because the West coming with its weakness and its capitalism. Kalam. When you use the pen of, for thousands of years, we're using the pen, the reed, the tip, the wood, dipping it in ink and using it. You don't disrespect that. You don't drop it on the floor. You don't cross over it. Don't give it respect to things. Why you need to respect to things? Because Allah is the creator. To respect to things is to respect to Allah. Let's put aside Kitabullah. Let's put aside the book of Allah and the words of Allah. Let's look at just creation. The one who doesn't respect the creation doesn't respect the creator. The one who doesn't respect the creation, how you can teach that person religion? He's going to take that religion and he's going to corrupt it and to teach that corruption. People who don't know the respect, they don't know how to respect the creation, they don't know how to respect the creator. You give them anything because of that disrespect. Disrespect is coming not from the human, it's coming from shaitan. Disrespect is coming from the ego, coming from shaitan. If you give that one who has disrespect any power, he will corrupt everything. He will destroy everything. So people for a long time, they were being very careful about these things. That someone is smart, he has potential, but he is a very disrespectful person. Until he learns respect, don't give him the knowledge to make him to become high or powerful or to have money or to this and that. You don't. Until he learns. If he doesn't learn, not necessary. Because he's going to take that money, he's going to take that power, and he's going to become an agent of shaitan. The calligraphers in the old days, they used to take the kalam and they used to take it, before they even write it, they used to put it in the maqam of their sheikhs. They put it in the maqams of their sheikhs for the blessing. So that becomes now a blessed thing. Because Allah is the creator. Allah is mentioning so many things in the Quran Kareem and saying that we have given this to you. If your relationship with Allah is normal, saying that Allah loves me so much and He gives this to me, of course you're going to respect it. You have to be abnormal, inhuman, shaitanic, that someone who gives you from the love, free, everything, that you're going to turn around and you're going to destroy it, you're going to corrupt it, and you're going to teach people how to corrupt it. That's what the white man did in this country. You understand? That's what the West, and now West and East, North and South, everywhere, everyone now, learning from those wrong things. They say something, they see something so beautiful, they have to destroy it. They see so many whales coming. Okay, you may use some, whatever that is needing, that you are needing, but they go crazy. There's just so many. Let's just kill them all. They see so many bisons in this country. They go crazy. Let's just kill them all. They upset everything where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us in the Quran. And this is not about religion. This is not about doctrine. This is about common sense. He is the creator. He is the designer. He is the one who has the most lutuf, the delicate one. Everything that is designed is very delicate. You have to be completely insane not to see that, not to know that, and to destroy it. You understand? You don't need religion for this. You just must have common sense. Person doesn't have common sense, he becomes shaitanic, and he says, why I have to respect? This is for me. It's for my ego. I have to use it. If I want to use it, I use it. If I don't like, I don't let anyone to use it. This is shaitanic. In every religion, this is shaitanic. Name me one religion that says this is okay to use this. They have that religion for over 1,000 years, and it didn't teach them nothing. Nothing. You understand? We cannot even kill an ant without a good reason. So disrespect, adab. This is the foundation of your religion, foundation of your humanity. What makes you human? Not to say when you don't have this respect, you become animal, because animals they are very delicate too. Animals, they respect each other. Animals, they respect the balance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put. And you know that in the animal world there is a balance that you see there. No one is doing more than what is given to them. You don't see any lion, unless that one is insane and crazy with his nature, that they're just seeing 100, let's say, gazelle. They kill all 100 and they eat one and they just leave it. No. They eat one, they hunt one, they eat whatever is their fill, and then they walk away and let the others to eat. But we are not learning from this. We're not learning from nature. We're not learning from ourselves. What we want to learn, and especially in this Akhir Zaman, is just how shaitan works, how Dajjal works, and how ego loves it. We're learning from that. We open that book. We're reading that, and we're becoming that. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying too. In Surah Yasin, He's saying these ones, doesn't matter whether you say to you don't say to them. They have already decided that they don't want to believe. And don't worry about it. And we will destroy them. We will send them to non-existence. We will bring them back one time for Judgment Day and send them to non-existence. They will come before us. So the respect is love, and the respect is fear. And the stupid Muslims now, they say anything you give respect is shirk. Anything you give respect and you give love, that's shirk. That's shaitanic. Because shaitan is saying, you cannot love Allah, don't love anything else. Because shaitan is saying, Allah doesn't love me. You know, like some people is turning to me later and say, you don't love me. I do so much for you, you don't love me. They say, you grow up, bruh. So, those ones who are going to the masjids, you're asking, they don't respect, they don't know respect. Actually, you don't have to know respect. Respect is given to you. It's part of your fitrah also. Floor is dirty, right? High is clean, right? Why you want to put something on the floor that's dirty, correct? How did mankind come to this situation where they kill that common sense and they kill that spirituality that is together with that common sense? You have to have a whole system to do that. Not just one person, one book, you understand? A group here and there. That whole system has to support that and to teach it for over 100 years, that it becomes common knowledge that people are behaving without common sense. Why do you put food on a plate? Why, especially West, they like to eat sitting down, eating at the table like this? Why you know how to raise it from the floor? Why do you just put it on the floor? Muslims learning, and they become the worst, worse than them. Worst. So it's not getting more knowledge. With more knowledge and you don't have respect and you don't have adab, that knowledge becomes very toxic. And you teach people this corrupted knowledge and people think that it is Islam. Or this is tariqat. You're asking me, what is it that they are hoping to get? What do people hope to get with religion? What do people hope to get with religion? How many, Allah is saying, how many, what they hope to get? The best of this world and the best of the akhirat. Wajavani, why are you saying that? Isn't that the dua of the Prophet ﷺ? We're asking Allah for the best of this world and the best of the akhirat. The Prophet's best is not your best. When the Prophet ﷺ asks for the best of this world, it is not the same as you asking for the best of this world. Because he is looking to his Lord, you're looking at kafirs, and you're looking at celebrities, and you're looking at the ego, what the ego wants. When the Prophet ﷺ is asking for the best of this world, he's asking the best as Allah wants, not as his ego wants. When he's asking for the akhirat, he wants the best as Allah wants, not what his ego wants from the akhirat too. So what do people want when they enter into religion? They want that. They want the best of this world. Anything they ask, any desire they have, Allah must give. What do they want from the akhirat? They want the best. They want to be in Jannatul Firdaus. Everyone speaking Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah reward you with Jannatul Firdaus. If pursuing that Jannat is going to make you to be far away from Allah, don't do that. Burn your Jannat. You understand? Because Allah has created us for Himself. So who is asking? From long time ago until now, who is really asking Allah for Allah? Is this secret knowledge? No. Prophets came to say, okay, this is good. You come to this level. You understand you cannot ask everything from this dunya. More you get, more misery you're going to have. After that, you go step by step by step to say you must ask for the best that is blessed. The best according to Allah, step by step. We say not just the Jannat, you must ask for Allah because Allah wants us. Allah says your return is to me. Especially in these days, in this Ahir Zaman, the Ahir of the Ahir Zaman. What are we chasing after? So those ones, what are they chasing after? Because, of course, reading of the Quran, just looking at the words of the Quran, just having a Quran in your house, it brings you blessings. So your relationship with Allah is like that. Just give me blessings. I want this, give me blessings. I read this, give me blessings. What is it that you want? What are you doing with those blessings? Are you coming step by step closer to Allah? And there are signs when someone is close to Allah. There must be signs. What is the sign that you're close to Allah? You become Rijalullah. What is the sign that you're close to your friend? You start mimicking him, right? The way he laughs, you laugh. The way he eats, you eat. The way he looks at things, you also look at things. You become more alike. Two roses you put together, different color, they take each other's color. When you get closer to Allah, you get closer to the Prophet ﷺ, you get closer to the Sahabe Kiram, you get closer to the Ahlul Bayt, you get closer to the Awliya Allah, you must take their color. You cannot be by yourself. These ones, whose color they're taking? They're reading so much, eating it, reading. Whose color? You see, they're turning more dirty looking because their reason for that is not for Allah too. It is for them to satisfy their ego. Banging their heads, rubbing their heads on the sajada to get the mark, because Allah is saying you can see the marks of the believers. The sign is they have a mark on their forehead, and they think that black mark, which is the mark of Dajjal, is a mark that they are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anyone can do that, no? If Allah is saying that's a mark of a believer, anyone can. You don't have to be a Muslim. You just rub your head a couple of times or scratch, and then you're going to get that mark. Is that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about? No. So they want the ease, they want the blessings, but they don't care for the owner. It's like you're a father, you have children, one, you want to give to them, you want to give to everyone. One is always thanking you, and one is not only he's thanking you but looking to please you. The other one, he's like expecting things from you. He doesn't say thank you really, but he just expects you. And he's not looking at you, he's not looking at your face, he's not trying to see what is making you happy, what is making you sad, what you are busy with. He's just looking to himself. I need to get it. Read. Okay, I got it. That's okay. I was going to say because people don't know any better. But you know what? No, Allah never leaves us alone. Never leaves us alone. Like what we said, the whole system is supporting that, right? You have to destroy the whole divine nizam and to put the nizam of shaitan for people to think like that. But still in these dark days, Allah doesn't leave us alone. Still, Allah is waking us up. Allah has put in our makeup, in our design, to be able to wake up and to be able to put two and two together, to be able to understand. He never leaves us alone, but we don't want to remember. We don't want to. And who is concerned about this, that people are not remembering? The people are not concerned. It's the prophets who are concerned. It's the awliya Allah who are concerned. And they're killing themselves to do that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to them so many times, that's okay. Don't stress yourself. Don't fret. Majority of them, they are ungrateful. Majority of them, they will not believe. So, what do we do for them? They say, look to those who are believing. Work on those ones. People who have good manners, knowing how to be in the house of Allah. Can you imagine? Masjid is a house of Allah, no? Imagine if you have a house, nice, beautiful house, and you say, I'm not even going to live in that house. But I make it for people to come and to enjoy themselves. And people, they're coming to your house, and then they're doing all sorts of things to disrespect it and to disrespect you. How are you going to feel? Still you smile and still you give. You don't close your doors. People are coming to the house of Allah. They don't behave like that in their parents' houses. And people coming from countries that are putting high this respect of these things, like Quran and Qibla and all these things, when they go to an area where there's so many Wahhabis, everyone is normalizing that kind of behavior, they also become like that. Shaykh Effendi is saying one time he went to the Hajj and he was so upset with these Turks because they were sitting like that, learning from them, sitting with their feet towards the Kaaba, right in front of them, opening and reading the Quran, putting it next to their, below the belly button like that. He says, you don't do this back home in your country. People will beat you up if you do. You're learning these things from these Arabs. Huh? What's wrong with you? We must put certain boundaries to us. We are like this, we are not like that. And keep those boundaries. People that have so much heart, it's not because you have so much heart. You don't have enough faith. People who are so tolerant and so forgiving and say, well, don't judge them. Inshallah, they're going to get better than us. Who knows? People who are saying that, they actually want to become like them. They want to become like them. They don't want to become to those ones that they would rather stand up whole night long because they're in the presence of the Quran than to sit down. They don't want to be like that. They don't want to be like that says, I will rather burn than for someone to disrespect the Quran. That's why the awliya Allah, they are supporting also people in the West. Supporting the people in America who have more spirituality. They may not have the religion, but they have spirituality because they have common sense. Then so many Muslims who come here, taking this religion for granted and corrupting it and using that religion for corruption. Them, their children, their wives, and everyone too. No one is telling them don't. No one is telling them do. These ones who are, they don't have Islam, but they have more Islam. Those ones who are the enemies of Islam and they hate it, they're coming together, they say as a show of disrespect and hatred towards the Quran, we're going to burn this Quran. Not one single Pakistani or Turkish or any Muslim that came up to do that, but one guy with tattoos and he's coming up, the man is already burning the Quran. He took the Quran and says, now you ain't got no Quran. Awliya Allah, they watch those. This is not al-ma'un. This is not small kindnesses. This is not small things. Because in the presence of Allah, you don't know what is big and what is small. You can build cities, but Allah will accept His happiness, His rizah. It's on that one, maybe one small thing that you did. This is understanding the spirituality of it. We are not people from other religions that say, okay, I give you $1 million, now I have a ticket straight to paradise. And the Pope says, we can sell you these indulgences. You have so many evil, continue doing that, we take your money, it's okay. Of course, we learn from them. This is what's happening all around too. People are also doing it. Communities are doing it, masjids are doing it, sheikhs, they are doing it. They're saying, oh, you're doing wrong thing, it's okay, just give me the money. Where is the money from? Drug dealing? It's okay, I will clean it up for you. Keep the money coming. You understand this? Allah, Allah. Look, don't wait for the day when everything will be uncovered and there is no covering and the whole of creation is going to witness it. Don't wait for that day. Uncover it now to yourself, to your Lord, and fix it. That time, as the khutbah is saying, as that saint is saying, even if you do wrong, you have someone, something to lean against. That one is going to come to try to save you. Quran. Astaghfirullah lazim wa atubu ilayh. That's why the ulamas, they were not happy with printing the Quran when the printing thing comes. People are going to say, oh, you are like the Christians, they don't print the Bible. No, people were, what do you mean? We don't need a text. We don't need the physical text because the Quran is not a physical text. People are already memorizing the Quran from 7 years old to 70 years old. From the time of the Prophet ﷺ. That's one of the miracles of the Quran Kareem. No one in this whole world memorized the Bible. But this memorization of the Quran is going on from that time until now. Millions are knowing it. They are preserving it. And they will also write it. And when we write it, we make it to be the best writing, the most beautiful writing. That itself, the writing of the Quran, The Quran is saying this is just a sign. This is just an ayat. We have lost that respect, because the Wahhabi is also saying don't put ayats on the don't put Allah and Muhammad ﷺ to the place of Qibla, because now you're worshipping that. You're worshipping the name of the Prophet. People have lost their senses. When you have lost that sense, you've lost the respect. And when the Quran, instead of being in golden alphabets, that people are memorizing the Quran and they can read, and they start producing the Quran, mass produce it, coming boxes and boxes and boxes, then there is nothing special about it. Then it's just a piece of paper. It's just another book. But it is not. May Allah save us from the curse that comes from disrespecting everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created with love and with respect. May we run to those ones who are keeping the respect high. May Allah forgive me. May Allah bless you, inshallah. May Allah raise the station of our Shaykh and our Grand Shaykh. May their feet always be on our necks. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha.